I honestly thought we were going to be sitting around with no patients because 25% is a lot of patients.
So it was a little unsettling. It was, we just didn't know. It was a lot of unknown. We had a lot of patients. We still have a lot of patients that had Ameritas, and we didn't know how we were going to handle answering those questions, what it looked like for them, and we really just wanted to take care of the patient, and so we were just uncertain.
I was definitely nervous and a little hesitant about that. With so many patients of ours, we had about 25% of our patients were in network with Ameritas. That definitely gave us a little pause, especially since we had 2 doctors here and trying to keep everybody busy. That became a little nerve-wracking, and especially, all of the contacts and relationships we've had with those patients as well made me nervous to lose patients that have been great patients.
So at first I was really scared because the majority of our patients do have Ameritas for insurance. So kind of worried about that. And I was really, really scared. Like, I thought it was going to be bad and the results were not going to be the greatest, but yeah.
We had been preparing to drop Ameritas for a while, so we had talked to the staff and the team a lot about why we were doing it. I think the why is very important. If the team understands the why behind it and the business aspect of it, I think it's a lot easier and better for them to be able to understand and accept it and be able to explain that to the patient better. As we went along, we did have Denise come in and do verbiage training, and that was fantastic. She was very much aligned with what we were telling the patients, and so that just reinforced everything that we were doing.
To have a written dialogue helped with the verbiage for sure, because when you didn't know what to say, you had something to fall back on, kind of. And fortunately enough, we have really great patients who were willing to listen and to hear what we had to say. And it was easy to get them on board and understanding that this is an insurance problem, not a Star City Dental problem, and not a patient problem. It's just the coverage that they're willing to offer the patients is why we had to cut ties with them. And once we got the patients to understand and recognize that, it got a lot easier.
So I know with the training that helped make the front desk more comfortable using verbiage that could help relay information to patient, reminding them like we use high quality dental care, we use high quality dental materials. Our doctors are trained, they do continuing educations to basically better themselves. And so we have a really big value on quality care. And I think because everybody knew that the back was providing that care, as well as being empathetic and kind and taking patients to heart and listening to them, I think that is what helped guide the front desk and gave them the confidence to help us go out of network, and the confidence with patients to let them know like, hey, yes, we are out of network. We still want to see you out of network. Here's why our doctors are doing this differently than maybe other clinics, for example.
So Neighborhood Dental provided us with verbiage as to what to say when people ask questions when they called, which happened a lot. So we basically had that printed out for us, and then Denise came and did training with us on verbiage to use and just kind of, how to answer questions and troubleshoot and things like that. So it was super helpful.
We have seen a lot of patient retention. We have seen a lot of patient understanding about going out of network with Ameritas. I think the more patients are educated on their insurance and what it does and does not cover, they're better they better understand us going out of network and that it is a business and we are trying to be a profitable business and be able to take care of the patients the best that we possibly can.
Initially, it was uncertain and nerve-wracking, and there was a lot of anxiety in the office about that. But the patients that value the quality of care that we offer at Star City, it didn't matter. They were going to make it work. And some of them have to keep Ameritas because of their employment, and we encourage them to talk to their employers about the coverage for dental care through Ameritas. We've also talked to patients about, you know, looking at other plans if it was like an individual, and offering our in-house dental savings plan and explaining the benefits that that has to offer for them, and truly breaking down each patient to help them achieve the needs, or to help them receive the care that they deserve and make it financially affordable for them. So whether that was encouraging a dental savings plan or encouraging a different insurance plan based on the amount of care and treatment that they needed.
The biggest thing I think on the doctor standpoint and the number standpoint for profitability is my percentage of write-offs has dropped significantly. I think we went from a write-off percentage about 30 to 35% down to 20, maybe some months better. So I think that should be a really hopeful thing for the doctors. We want to work smarter, not harder. We don't want to be doing 2 crowns at bad pace with bad materials to try to basically run the business. Like, we want to do good dentistry, and I think that helped hugely.
So the profitability went up, the doctors' write-offs went way down. So as far as the office goes, I know that our bonus system, it worked well. We all are receiving more bonus for that. And also a lot more people have signed up for the savings plan.
In all honesty, we haven't changed anything. We have continued to take care of the patient the way that we've always taken care of the patient. I think now we explain more to the patient a little bit about how being out of network and being able to give them the quality of care that we're able to give them, we've always been able to give them. But now it's even better because we don't have to have insurance dictate what we provide for them.
Like 100%, that's why I'm here, is to make connections with each individual patient, help them to be seen and heard. And by them trusting me as an employee at Star City and trusting me as a friend, they're my patient, you know, I take care of them. They value my opinion and my thoughts. And so already they know that they have somebody in their corner.
I think we were lucky. We already had those in our clinic. Patients of Dr. Fulton's had been here for many years and already realized the high quality care. I had a lot of patients that followed me when I started here that already knew that was there. So I think that helped us. Our culture in general is about taking care of the patient, getting them comfortable, making sure they have the best treatment they can. And so I think because we already did that, we didn't have to really implement anything to, you know, make things better. Like, it just already was comfortable for patients and they were comfortable with us.
So when we found out we were going out of network, we had a list of patients that had Ameritas. And so I tried to reach out to most of those patients. A lot of them I knew and had relationships with, so I kind of talked to them about us being out of network and what that would mean for them. They had lots of questions on what their out-of-pocket would be, and went over that, and so just made them more comfortable if they did want to switch insurance. I offered the savings plan first, but then also offered some other options of individual plans that would be better than the Ameritas one that they currently had.
I think as long as everyone stays patient focused and has the patient's best interest in mind, everything is going to be perfect. And as long as everyone on the team has the exact same verbiage, I think that is going to be the key to implementing dropping insurances.
Trust yourself and trust the process. There are people that are on your side helping to guide you, and it may feel awkward at the beginning, but if you play it through and you continue to practice with the patients, just keep working it out. The kinks will work out themselves, and you'll retain the people that you're supposed to retain, because those are the people that care and value the treatment you have to offer.
It's okay to be nervous at first, but in the end, I think the positives are going to outweigh that, like a little initial hesitancy you're going to get, like I said, with that growth in the improvement in your write-offs. Like, that's huge. It just lets you spend the time you need with patients to do the good work. And I think when you treat patients right and do all the things correctly, the rest should fall in place. And so having that insurance piece kind of out of our mind, like, you really can do the best work without feeling stressed out about hitting your NOI, hitting the bottom numbers. And
so I would strongly suggest sending pre-authorizations for all of the patients that have the insurance that you are dropping and going out of network with, just because we found that a lot of times we use our fees and it's not accurate. And so that is a big thing, just so patients don't get upset when they owe more than what we think. Also, just trying to use your relationships with them to help in the transition. Reach out to them, like I said before, just reach out to them and let them know that, everything's going to be okay, and that we still submit, and that it's just out of network fees, just to make them more comfortable.